interchangeably with other terms like promotion. Sometimes people say I'm promoting my brand as a form of marketing. Or some people say I'm advertising my brand as a form of marketing. They're actually two different things. All right? So we got some answers. Strategy that creates demand is one answer. Advertising is an answer. Networking is an answer. What else we have here? Being able to understand and effectively communicate that to an audience is an answer. Okay, we got different answers. All right, shout out to all the playmakers in the building. Shout out to Chris, Mateo, what's going on? All right, so really simply, marketing, I'm gonna make it real simple for everybody. All the answers that were given in the chat, they sound good, but I'm gonna make it real simple. Marketing is the action of being in the place of your target audience. That's it. So if my target audience is, my target audience is people who wear basketball shorts, me going to a basketball court or park is my action of marketing. It's just about being in the right place. That's what marketing is. It's not advertising, because advertising is the next step. I move into the advertising realm when I need to announce myself. Just because you're in the right place doesn't mean people know that you exist. That's the difference. All right, y'all hear me? Marketing is making sure that we're in the right marketplace. We're in the right place, in the right playground. Advertising is then you announcing that you exist, that you're there. Because just because you're there doesn't mean they know you. And if they don't know you, they can't flow you. So advertising is the announcement that you have something to offer. Marketing is you being in that place. So a lot of people mess up the flow because you're not in the right place. Therefore, you can't announce that you're there. Therefore, you can't go into the next stage, which is sales. Right? Somebody gave a definition for marketing when that's actually the definition of sales. Sales is you communicating what you do, how you do it, and how you provide value. Your offer. Shout out to Nikki. What's up? Appreciate the badge. Appreciate the content too. Consistent content at that. So that's the process. We have, I'm gonna make it real simple for everybody too. It's an acronym. MASS BPP. If you write this down, that's the acronym. Marketing, advertising, sales, branding, promotion, and public relations. MASS BPP. They all have different definitions, but they work together interchangeably. I mean, they're interconnected. Not the words are interchangeable. They all have different definitions, but they are all interconnected. All right, so marketing, again, making sure I'm in the proper place. If I sell pencils, I need to be in the place of the audience of people who want to purchase pencils. Simple. Next stage, I need to announce that I have pencils for sale. And once I got their attention, whether it's through billboards, whether it's through me having signage, whether it's me through having any type of catchy material that gets somebody's attention. That's the process of advertising. And now that I have your attention, now I'm going to start my sales process. I'm going to communicate what I do, how I do it, and how you can tap into receiving whatever service or product I'm providing. After we have the sales, you not in the sense of after. Branding is actually throughout the whole process. So branding is then you clearly communicating, whether it's visually, whether it's through sound, whether it's through smell, feeling, you're communicating how you're unique and different from the other people who are offering a similar service in that marketplace. Because you're not going to be the only one in that space offering that service. But you then have to communicate how you're going to be different from the other people that's in the marketplace, which is the branding component. Branding, in order to start branding, you have to do something consistent. Whatever you do consistent starts to be branded in that person's brain, consciousness, subconscious. All right. So far we have the marketing play. We have the advertising play. We have the sales play. And then we have the branding play. And now we have promotion. The word promotion, when I used to throw parties, we used to call ourselves promoters. And I didn't realize that that's not actually what we were. We were in I don't know what the term we'll use, but promotion, how we define promotion is this. It's the way that you incentivize somebody to tap into what you have to offer right then and there. So an example of a promotion is buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one half off. If you buy today, I'll give you 2 extra. Those are promotional strategies. You're incentivizing somebody to tap in and get wrapped in. Giving them a free t-shirt if they do this. Giving them free this if they do this. That's what promotion is. That's promotion. You're not marketing, you're promoting. You're offering a promotion. Incentivization. Reward. Right? That's what that is. And then we have public relations. The public relations is amazing because in public relations, you're not the one that's selling people. You're using the public, your relationships with the public, to co-sign you to act as a ambassador for what you got going on. All right? So those are the different areas. So when somebody's struggling to get sales and struggling to get clients, you got to ask yourself, which part of that MASBP acronym am I struggling in? And it typically starts with the M, the marketing. You want to make sure that you're in the right place, the right marketplace. If I'm selling basketball shorts, in the comments, what areas do you think I should be if I want to get clients? All right, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do sales. We're trying to get clientele. We're trying to provide a service. So if I sell basketball shorts, in the comments, where do you think I should be in order to start the process of marketing? Right? Tracy says a gym. Why? Because people who are going to be playing basketball are where? In the gym. So the gym is my marketplace, and me making sure I go to all the gyms and write down all the data, database, all the addresses to the gyms is my marketing. That's marketing. Me making a list of all the places where I need to be is marketing. All right? Whether it's an outdoor park, whether it's a basketball training camp, wherever it is, me making sure I'm in the right place is marketing. Everybody's getting it correct in the chat. Shout out to all the answers. All right, so I got that part. A lot of people miss that part when it comes to getting clients. They're not in the right place. They just start announcing to everybody, just hoping that something's gonna stick. That's not how it works. All right, so now that we understand the marketing aspect, now it's time to advertise. Say I go to the LA Fitness, the local LA Fitness with my bag of basketball shorts. Just because I'm inside the gym with basketball shorts in my bag, does that mean I'm going to get clients? No, right? So what do I now have to do? I need to announce myself. That's the advertising. Whether it's a sign, whether it's a t-shirt that says I sell basketball shorts, whether it's a billboard, whether it's you passing out a business card to let people know, yo, I sell, or it's just you opening your mouth and letting people know, yo, I have basketball shorts. That's your process of advertisement. The announcement that brings awareness to your existence. Keep it that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it that simple. Me making an announcement, write this down if you're possible. Me advertising means me making an announcement in the right marketplace to let them know that I exist. All right? That's it. So now I can check that off my list. Shout out to Marcus. I checked out my marketing. I checked out my advertising. Now what do you got to do? Sale. You got my attention? Talk to me. You selling basketball shorts. Why do I need those basketball shorts? I already got basketball shorts in the gym right now. Why do I need your basketball shorts? Now it's time for you to sell. Let them know what you offer, why you're offering it, why they need you to purchase your shorts versus anybody else's shorts. It's the process of you doing sales and making sure that you overcome any objections they may have that might stop them from getting something that they may well need that's going to help them out. That's sales. Really, the most important component of sales is handling objections. Them saying, I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't understand why I need this. I'll get it later. All those objections somebody has, somebody who's selling something needs to be prepared to know how to answer it before they start bringing it up to you. So one thing I would do if I'm selling basketball shorts, actually I already did this case study, y'all. I went to LA Fitness. I advertised that I had basketball shorts for sale. You guys, I have the receipts. I posted on my stories. And then I had to go through the sales. I told one guy who had basketball shorts, I said, yo, look, the basketball shorts that you're wearing don't look as good as these. And I'm going to tell you why you purchasing these basketball shorts are going to increase your game. The beautiful thing about having stylish basketball shorts, which was the shorts I was providing, is that if you walk into a gym and people don't know you, one of the biggest things that you want to do in a pickup game is to get picked up. That's the goal for a pickup game. But if you don't look like you can play basketball, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get picked up. But if you have these shorts right here that I have for sale for only $35, you will increase your chances, your probability, your conversion rate is going to get picked up to play some basketball. What you do, how well you play, that's up to you. But I know for sure, if you buy these shorts, you don't have to spend 30 minutes, an hour waiting for it down because they're going to look at you like, oh, damn, he got some nice shorts on. Let's pick him up. He must know how to play ball. That's how that works. I'm selling the process. And if it's truthful, right, you don't want to be lying. You want to make sure you tell the truth when you share your value proposition. And that's just one value proposition. Another value proposition may be, well, the shorts that you have don't have this ventilated holes in it. And because you aren't wearing my shorts, you're going to sweat more. And if you sweat more, you're going to get tired more. You're going to be slipping. I can give you a bunch of different value propositions on why you need to buy my shorts, right? That's the process of sales. You understanding the value and knowing how to communicate that value to the individuals that you want, that's in your target audience. Next, after the sales, branding. And I don't mean you should be branding after. The branding process is throughout this process. It's interweaved. When it comes to branding, you should not be walking in that basketball gym without wearing the basketball shorts. A lot of individuals, when they're telling me about their clothing brand, they're telling me about their business, they don't even look like they use their own products. Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, I be like, yo, you selling me your clothing brand. You only got your shirt on, bro. You said it's a lifestyle. I don't see you styled by this shirt that you wear, that you trying to sell me on buying. I'm not saying that you gotta wear it every day, but I'm like, dang, you should have some type of, whether it's a wristband, a ring, a tattoo, glasses, something that represents that you truly live this brand that you're trying to get me to invest my time in. If I feel like you don't sell yourself, don't invest in your brand, why would I invest in your brand? If you yourself, right? That's an issue. So I want to make sure that you're branding it. So if I want to increase the conversions of me selling these basketball shorts inside this basketball gym, I'm going to be wearing those shorts looking fresh as heck. I'm going to be wearing some matching shoes, and they're going to be like, yo, who's that? What he do? I want to instantly create that perception and brand it in their brain. Right? So they can say, yo, I can now visually see what I can look like wearing those shorts. And then I can now compare how he looks wearing those shorts to what I look like wearing the shorts and make a decision. That's it. That's how that process works of branding. And then you want to be consistent because not everybody's going to purchase the shorts the first time you walk in the gym. That's the branding aspect. You have to come another time and keep that same consistent message for them to say, oh, even though I don't want to buy those shorts today, I know for sure he's going to be there next week. And when I catch him, I'm going to grab it from him because you did proper branding. When you did proper branding, they set an expectation that they'll be able to tap in and get wrapped in with you later on. Or even so, with proper branding, they got the shorts, but now next time somebody says, yo, I need some shorts, guess who they think of? You, because you did proper what? Branding. You're stamping an image, a feeling, a smell, a look in that person's consciousness. All right? That's how the play works when it comes to branding. It's not difficult. And it doesn't have to be just the visual aspect. Again, it can be the smell. When you're selling a product, a physical product, you're like, yo, smell the shorts. They smell fresh, right? You can add that component. You can add a little jingle, auditory branding, right? You guys know me. I got sayings for days. I got lingos for days. It's all branding. When I say there's plays with no delays, I say it so much. When people hear plays, they think of who? Me. When people hear the word plays, they can't help without saying plays without no delays. That's proper branding. That's all we're doing. We're helping create a sticky factor to some type of product or service that we have. You see it all the time when we watch commercials, those jingles. And so it's not just visually, it's also auditory and the smell and, of course, the feeling that you get when you hear or see the specific brand. All right? So that's that aspect. And last but not least, we have public relations. I should be so dope with my message, my sales process, my marketing process, my advertising process, my branding process, that other entities want to co-sign me. So next time I walk in the gym, they instantly say, yo, there go Matty right there. He the one with the shorts I was telling you about. I don't got to do the marketing no more. I don't have to do the advertising and the sales no more. Because why? I did such a good enough work consistently that now the public, I have a good relationship with the public, my target audience, that does the marketing for me, the sales for me, the branding for me. See how that works? So when somebody asks, yo, why am I not getting consistent clientele? Why am I not getting consistent sales? It's because you don't understand the definition of the terms that you were using. Because we were never taught specifically what marketing is in a very simple way. And today we learned it. Marketing is the actions that you take to be in the right room. That's it. That's it. Advertising, them knowing that you're in that room. Sales, them knowing what you do and how you can provide value to those that are in that room. Branding, do you play the part? Do you look like what you're talking about? Are you walking the walk? Are you talking the talk? Are the fonts appeasing? Is the smell appeasing? Is the color appeasing? Is the lingo appeasing? Right? Check, 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 check. And then public relations. You to the point where next time you walk in a room, you don't gotta open your mouth. Everybody saying, yo, he the man, she the man. That's the plug. That's the connect. Go over there, tap in, get wrapped in. That's the process. I promise you. No, if you can master the understanding of the definitions of these terms, and you can start working on practicing it intentionally, I guarantee you'll be able to sell salt to a snail. You'll be able to sell water to a fish, because the process is a process. Am I telling you that you should start selling water to fishes? No, that's not what I'm saying. I want you to understand that this process, once mastered, you'll get so good, you'll have the confidence that you need to sell anything. And when you think about the word confidence, let's understand the word confidence. The root part of the word confidence is to confide. You guys know it. Confide means what? To trust into somebody. The reason why I have confidence when I'm making an offer of my service or product is because I trust not only the outcome and the result that you'll get, but I trust the process in which I'm going to let you know about it. Think about it. I'm an influencer in the business space. I had the confidence to sell some basketball shorts that I purchased in bulk from Alibaba for $11 each, and went into that gym and sold it for $35 each as a case study. And I had the confidence to sell this product to a bunch of strangers that I've never met before. Have you ever seen somebody selling anything inside a basketball gym? How awkward is that? To see somebody trying to sell you some basketball shorts. But I had the confidence. But why do I have the confidence? Because I trust the process. I confided in the process of getting consistent clientele. Right? So next time, understand when you use the word marketing, ask yourself, am I marketing or am I really advertising? Am I advertising or am I really in the process of sales? The whole process in the whole is called client acquisition. That's what you're trying to do as a whole. You're trying to acquire new clients. And this is the process. We don't bundle all these terms and say it's marketing, right? That's what I believe. And because I believe that, I see the results. People are confused. They don't know what they're doing. They're creating content and not using the right message. They're not using the right terminology and the right language because they don't understand they're not in the correct room. Make it real easy. If I got invited to speak in a school full of third graders, I need to read the room. I now need to craft my message for the audience that's in that room. right? That's how that works. But if you already have a product that's already set, already created, you need to truly understand who that audience is. And because a lot of people don't know who their target audience is, they don't know what rooms to go into to market. That's the issue. A lot of times when I ask individuals, who is your target audience? Guess what answer I always get? Everybody. Everybody needs this product. That's the arrogance in us. We have a lot of personality disorders that we need to get rid of. And arrogance is the prime one. That arrogance says that everybody needs your product. Here's the craziest thing about that statement. And I understand why people say it. However, when you dig deep into it, this is how crazy it is. You don't want everybody to be targeted by you. You want to have your specific core audience do the work for you. That's how you get it to everybody. When everybody else does the promotion. If you take care of the core, and I'm going to explain to you guys what that core audience will look like. I have a framework for that. Everything has a framework. And if you follow the framework, I promise you, no matter what industry you're in, whatever product you sell, whatever service you sell, it's the same flow. All right? So I'm going to share my screen real quick. So these are the types of people that you want in your target audience. Here's my screen. All right? So there's a couple types of buyers. We have 3 here. The people in your target audience. You have buyers that are in heap. We describe these buyers as people who understand what you have to offer, who need what you have to offer, who want what you have to offer, can afford it, can execute it, and has some sort of urgency to acquire it. That's your target audience right there. That's the framework. A lot of people, when a lot of business coaches, when they ask you who's your target audience, they don't provide you a framework to better help you answer the question. So I get it. But here's the framework. Who do you understand that your audience that you want to work with that will understand your product, needs your product? Here's the thing. A lot of people have people who understand your product, but don't need it. And you keep targeting these people. You keep talking to these people. You don't want to talk to these people. You want to talk to the people who understand it, need it, want it, can afford it, can execute it, and have the urgency. All right. That's the target number one audience that you want. Then we have buyers in power. We describe these individuals as people who understand it, who need it, who want it, can afford it. But here's the issue. They have no urgency for it. All right. They actually have the power because, yeah, I need it, I want it, but I don't really have an urgent need for it right at this moment. Right. Those are buyers in power. Then we have the looky-loos. These are people that don't understand it, that don't want it, that doesn't understand it, they want it, doesn't need it, cannot afford it, has no urgency. All red flags. It's our job in the sales process to identify if somebody is a buyer in heap, buyer with power, or a looky-loo. And there's questions that we can ask immediately to screen and qualify the individuals we're spending and investing our time with. Then we have the last one is mistakes. People who came into your sales funnel accidentally. All right? They weren't meant to be there. They just happened to be there. So my job as a service provider is to turn lookers into bookers. Right? But how do we turn lookers into bookers? A proper sales process. And that sales process can only really start when you understand who your target audience is. And I said, and I'm going to say it again, you want people who understand what you have to offer. That's the first step. Who need what you have to offer. Who want your offer, can afford your offer, can actually, here's another point I want to emphasize, who can execute it. You don't want people who are buying your product just because they understand it, need it, want it, and afford it, but don't actually execute on what the product actually does. Because you want people who execute on the product because they can now be walking billboards. If I sell lotion and you don't actually use a lotion for your skin, you use it for painting, that's not doing me any service. Because if you use it for your skin and it glows like I told you it was going to glow, when you walk outside, you're going to say, yo, your skin glowing. What lotion you use? I now benefit because you can now do what? Practice word of mouth. And if you don't execute it right, you're not going to help me. You're going to actually do me a disservice. That's why when you see products, they have what? Instructions, directions. Not only for legal reasons, but also to make sure they increase their retention rate, meaning they want you to keep buying. Because if you're not using it correctly, you're not going to keep buying. And they want to increase their brand ambassador rate, meaning your word of mouth rate. All right, so that's how that works. Shout out to Jackie. What's going on? All right, so that's the process. And I'm not going to say anything more outside of what we talked about. So let's do a quick recap because I don't want anybody to be overwhelmed. I want to, if you're a business owner, aspiring business owner, or even if you work in a 9-to-5, a corporate job, but you have an entrepreneur mindset within that corporate job, we need to understand this process. So let's do a quick recap. Mass BPP, marketing, advertising, sales, branding, promotion, and public relations. How do we define marketing? I'm going to show the screen. Maybe you guys can screenshot it, make it easier for you guys. I have a whole guide on this, and I'll actually tell everybody how they can get access to it. Marketing, the action of being in the presence of your target audience. The only issue with marketing would be is if you don't know who your target audience is, you're not going to be able to market. A lot of people say, yo, man, I need help with Facebook ads. I need help with YouTube. No. You don't need help with marketing. You're not even marketable. So before we can go to market, we need to make sure that we're marketable. There's a lot of stuff we need to do before we start marketing. And it's not just product development. It's understanding the strategy on how and where we need to go to announce ourselves. All right? So let's go back to the list. Marketing, the action of being in the presence of a target audience. Advertising, the action of getting the awareness and attention and interest of that prospect in that target location. Sales, the action of gaining fair compensation by uncovering, communicating, and nurturing, that's supposed to say nurturing, nurturing the value of an offer. So what is an offer? Whatever product or service you're selling. So you're uncovering and letting them know the features, the benefits, the price, presenting social proof, sharing any objections. And if you're good at sharing objections before they actually say the objection, you're an amazing salesperson to the prospect. Then we have branding. Branding, the action of creating a unique perception through consistency to that prospect. Then we have promotion, the action of incentivizing, rewarding a prospect to accept an offer. Stop using these words interchangeably. When it's promotion, it's promotion. Don't call it promotion if it's marketing. Don't call marketing it if it's promotion. They all have different definitions. All right. So that's that first phase that I mentioned. All right. The second phase that I mentioned was understanding who your target audience is. We have the buyers in heap, meaning they understand your value. They need it. They want it. They can afford it. They can execute it. Right. And those are the buyers in power. Those are the buyers in heap. Right. Those are the people that are the green lights. You don't have to look, they're the green lights. Then we have the buyers in power. The buyers in power, they have all the qualifications of they understand it, they need it, they want it, they can afford it, they can execute it, but they don't have any urgency. So it's not a deep pain. So I'll give you an example of this. My tooth, I had a cavity in my tooth. Right? We probably all been had that experience before. Had a cavity in your tooth is hurting, excruciating pain, throbbing, sharpness, headaches, migraines, right? When I was in that desperate need for a solution, I called. I didn't care what price it was. I needed it. I wanted it. I understood it. I could afford it. Run the play. However, 2 hours later, the pain completely went away. I'm like, dang, the pain's gone. Next day, didn't feel it again. Next day, I didn't feel anything. Was the cavity gone? No, it didn't magically disappear. It just stopped hurting because whatever the case may be, it stopped hurting. So the urgency to accept that service went away. I still understood it. I still needed it. I still wanted it, but the urgency was no longer there, right? So that's the difference. But you might ask yourself, why would somebody be a buyer in power? How do they have the power? It's because they're no longer, it's not urgent for them. Whether it's because they're not physically feeling it or they're mentally checked out, whatever the case may be, there's no longer the urgency, the understanding of urgency. All right, so that's how that process works. All right, yes, appreciate that that feedback. I'm very analytical. I like frameworks. I like processes and like systems, and that's how I teach. So to end this conversation, so everybody can go to bed or go to work, I should say, even though it's late, is I'm gonna send this document that I just shared. Everything I just shared with you, I have it on document. So if you were able to keep up right notes, go ahead and text me. I'm gonna tell you to text me. I'm gonna put the number here. My number is 404. I'm gonna put it in the 404-905-1580. That's my number. Shout out to Aaron. Appreciate the badge. You're going to text the word. What are you going to text? Text the word. Let's do DTP. There you go. Text the letters. DTP. If you text DTP without the exclamation marks, you'll be able to, I'll send you everybody the document. All right. Text the word DT, the letters DTP to my number. 404-905-1580. I don't even know how to pin. How do you pin this stuff? There you go. Pin. All right. I'm going to send that document. Don't DM me for it because I don't have no automated system to help answer those DMs. I do have a system on my phone. It's on my phone that everybody who texts me, I can be able to send it out to everybody at the same time. All right, and also send you invites to the private Zooms I have free. I'm not here selling anything. And I do have an announcement. I have an announcement of a 8-figure deal that was closed. Selling a domain name. I finally could announce it. I could not announce it to nobody. I couldn't mention it. I still can't mention what domain name, but I sold a domain name for 8 figures, y'all. And I'm going to share the case study on what the process was, how I ran that play, and how you can be able to run that play as well, right? We're in a digital asset space. So get tapped, interact in. Appreciate you guys for let's do some Q&A. You guys want to do some Q&A? Let's run it, all right? As long as these questions are aligned with what I shared today, let's run it, all right? Asking the right questions can get the right answers. It's a skill. So I'm going to help cultivate this skill through this session right here. So we're going to ask the question, if I pull anybody up by saying my question is, I promise you, you do not need to introduce your life story. You know, just let us know your name, put a nice smile, and say my question is, and get straight to the point, because everybody in this room right now, this digital room right now, needs value and need to go to sleep or go to work, either one. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna accept some requests to come on stage to join the call. Or if you don't want to get on video, you can text your question, all right? You can text your question, and I'll be able to pull it up and then answer it. So we're going to do this for the next probably 10 minutes, all right? So let's go ahead and run the play. All right, I'm going to let Genius the Real come up. What's going on, Chief?
What's up? I just had a question. I'm day trading right now.
Yes, sir. What's your question for me?
Should I get a financial advisor? Because at my age, I'm up like cool over six figures. I'm 18.
Oh wait, hold on. Is the question pertaining to what I shared? Remember, I'm trying to keep it consistent. Because you started off by saying, should you get a financial advisor?
Yeah.
Maybe if I let you finish, you'll be able to tie it into what I talked about. I just wanted to remind you though.
Okay. So for my what's it called? For my business, I have to like show my profits, right?
Yeah.
So there's times where people like, you should get a financial advisor, right? And I'm like, I don't know. So that's why I'm gonna ask a question. All right.
Even though it's not related to what we talked about today, yes, you should get a financial advisor. Anything you do in life, I believe you should have an advisor. Not only should you have an advisor, you should have it in this framework. I believe that you should have a coach, a mentor, and a trainer. And I do believe that these 3 roles are defined differently. Just like I mentioned that marketing, advertisement, branding, promotion, public relations are defined differently, but are interconnected. It's the same way with education. A mentor provides a different form of education than a coach. A coach provides different education than a mentor and trainer. Yes, can a mentor act as a coach and trainer? Yes. So let me quickly define it before we move on. So a mentor is somebody who provides emotional support and shares their real life experience on how they did what you're looking to do. A coach, whether they did it or not, are providing play-by-play steps on what you should do and how you should run a play. A trainer gives you the skills. They work with you on a one-on-one basis to make sure that you have the skills necessary to run the play that the coach presented. All right. So when it comes to your finances, should you have a mentor, coach, and trainer? Absolutely. Because you're a player in the game, and all players in any game should have a coach, mentor, trainer. So that's how I answer that question right there. All right. Appreciate you for asking and getting tapped in and wrapped in. We're going to go ahead to the next question on the queue. Let's go and talk to, what do we have here? Go ahead, introduce yourself, King. We got two. Okay, let's go ahead and start with you. Queens, ladies first.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi, I'm interested in running a shared housing business.
Okay.
So what would be my target audience for that?
A shared housing, meaning
Yes, for like women and children, or teenagers that are aging out of the foster system,
okay.
assisted living, things like that, like a sober living home.
Okay.
What would be my target audience?
I mean, you just said it. So, so the people who are going to be living there, you have to detail that list, the type of residents that you want in that home, and then the second step is you'll then do research on what organizations or organizers have influence over those audiences. What community centers, what welfare centers, what foster group homes have databases of those individuals that you want. So my target audience, for example, if I wanted to sell basketballs, right? Yeah, I can sell basketballs directly to basketball players and find them in the gyms, or I can also sell basketballs to basketball training camps, and they can distribute, right? That's how that process works. So you need to find a person that has a database of the people that you're looking to get in contact with. I'll give you an example. I'm working on building a course for somebody who distributes free phones through the government program called Lifeline. So a lot of people don't know the government has billions of dollars allocated to give free phones, tablets, and internets to low-income communities. Wow. So they provide the funds. They work with Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, Sprint to get the phones. And then those telecom companies, they hire distributors to go into those low-income places to give out those free phones. And they get paid for giving out free phones because it's supported by the government. So I'm working with them to figure out where can you find people that's going to help you distribute these phones. So low-income people are the ones that need to receive it. So what organizations have connections with low-income communities? So one way we did was we made a database of stores that are typically in low-income communities, welfare offices. That was our target audience. Welfare office clerks, target audience. Dollar stores, they're in specific communities. Salvation armies, Goodwill, that was our target audience. We're finding the organizations that were tied to the target audience, our target audience, our target customers. All right. When it comes, there's a difference between a marketing audience and sometimes your client audience. Sometimes. So in this case, our market audience, we're looking for somebody who can tap us into their market. Right. And in their market, they're going to give us access to our target client, if that makes sense. Right. Yeah. So shelter homes, churches, church organizations, nonprofits that take care of low-income communities, those are the target audience. So you'll be doing the same thing for your specific organization. But you need to understand who your target client is and then find the organizations that have the database of that client and talk to them directly so you can get more access.
Okay. So I shouldn't, because my mind is thinking of
Right.
of
These are some
all
good answers in the chat.
of all
Shout
these
out to Ace.
different. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yes, I see those. My mind is thinking of all these different, like the women and children and the like sober living vets and things like that. Maybe right now I should just target one group instead of having so many different varieties, because it's kind of
100%
making me.
agree.
Okay.
100%. And you want to also utilize Facebook. Facebook has an amazing way to gather community. So you can literally go on Facebook.com right now and type in single woman or sober living, and there's so many communities to the point where you'll be able to find a sober living community of people in a specific city. Sober living people of Arizona. There's communities and groups all over Facebook. It's just a matter of searching it, right?
Okay.
And you'll come to realize that there are other people who are offering a similar service that don't have enough rooms, and they'll love to send them to you, right?
Yeah.
That's how that works. It's called a network. A lot of people, they don't really understand what a network looks like. It's a bunch of dots that are connected. But the question is, what do those dots look like? And in this case, those dots are those people who have access to the people that you want to be residents in your homes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right. God bless you. Let's
bless
go
you.
ahead and pull up Devin if you're able to talk. Then you can have a JV with. Oh yeah, that's definitely a play. What's going on, Chief?
What's going on, work, brother?
Blessings. Blessings.
Can you hear me?
What question you got for the community today?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. I was cutting my hair. My apologies. Hey,
and you looking clean too, my boy.
Hey, salute to you, man. You transparent and humble, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate that. Thanks to God.
My question is, I invented and came up with a facial serum, which is good for antioxidants, good vitamin D, vitamin C, and things of that nature. But I also have a beard oil on the side of it as well. But of course, I have my clients that's here in the city and a few people outside the city purchasing and all the above. But I want to know, what would you suggest as in far as marketing for this beard oil? I mean, because obviously the beard oil is for growth and it has a smell to it as well. But I'm trying to understand, of course, my market would be the people who are wanting to grow beards.
Right. So you understand who your target audience is. One, you make a list. People who want to grow their beards, people who understand the importance of a healthy beard. You just want to break that down. And then ask yourself, where playgrounds do these people hang out at? First thing in my mind, they hang out at barbershops. They go to barbershops for grooming. If they're not doing it themselves, they're going to a barbershop. So I'm building a database of barbers, hair groomers, so I can announce to them and advertise to them, like, look, I have a product that your clients are going to need. It's going to increase your value if you provide this product to them. It's going to increase everybody's value, the clients, yours and mine, because it's going to be a community-based value add. So I'll make a database of all the barbers in my proximity. All right. After I make a database of the barbers, I then make a database of other products that people with beards purchase. So if they purchase, what do people beard? I don't got no beard. So
beard combs. Yeah.
I'm gonna find a database of beard combs. I'm gonna find a database of everybody who sells beard combs.
Right.
And if they don't provide beard oil, guess what I can do? Partner up. If you guys send me your database of people who already purchased your combs, I'll give you 20% for everybody who purchases from your email database, or from your text database, or from your whatever. That's how you leverage OPN, other people's networks. A lot of people think they need to build their networks from scratch to get sales, when you can just tap into somebody who already has a network. All right, so that would be my process.
Right.
Again, finding the databases where the databases are.
That makes sense. When it comes to the other barbershops, would I try to figure out something at wholesale to even get them to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that can go. We can go into whole details, but it's just making sure you present the right deal. The deal has to make sense for them.
Oh, gotcha.
So like you said, whether you offer a wholesale deal to them or you just pay them a flat fee, there's so many ways to do deals. You can pay them a flat fee. Like, look, if you let your customers know that I'm your #1 vendor for beard oil, I'll give you $500 a month. I'll give you $100 a month. There's so many ways to make sure you have the deal. But the first thing is to make sure that you're talking to the right marketplace owner.
Okay.
And once you have the right marketplace database, then you can start making the deals.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. That's the bar. Appreciate you with that question, man. I know that product working now because that thing is glistening, my boy.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Appreciate it. All right, next we have the mortgage limiter and Mr. Osborne. Tap in with me. What question do you have when it comes to marketing, advertising, branding, promotion, public relations? What's going on, Chief?
Hey, sir, how are you?
Blessing, I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's good. What I wanted to know is I eliminate mortgages, so I'm trying to make sure that I balance it out where I'm serving the community, but I'm also reaching, a large amount of people in different financial areas, meaning like the middle class and people that need the service, but also because everybody wants to eliminate their mortgage. Nobody
Okay,
wants.
so what exactly is the question?
How do I reach keep it in the market that I'm at where people still need the help, but someone that makes a lot, a large some, like a um in a where they have a large where they're profiting, but they want to make sure that they eliminate the mortgage as well. Somebody like that might make 100K or 200K, and they don't want a mortgage, but they want to eliminate. So I want to still serve the community that needs it the most, but help them as well. People that high quality value at the same token.
Okay,
If that
I'm a
makes
little
sense.
confused on the question. If anybody can help me or in the chat, or you can just help me reframe the question. So I need if you can start it off with my question is when it
Okay,
comes to marketing.
my question is when it comes to marketing, how can I balance it out where someone that is low income wiping out a mortgage, but at the same
Okay,
token,
that's a service. I don't know about your service. I know how to market. So let me ask you this question:
okay,
what is the definition of marketing?
to market what I have to provide to the public.
Okay, you use the word in the definition. So I want the whole point of this conversation today was so we can understand what marketing is. So I'm gonna reiterate. Marketing is the action of finding the places where your target audience is. That's it. All right.
Okay.
So do you need help finding marketplaces to market your
Yeah,
service or product?
yeah, because I want to try to reach two classes of people. People that need the service where like people that need to get out of the mortgage, but people that have the money at the same token can afford it, but
Okay,
don't.
maybe okay. I don't mean to cut you out. It looks like Pretty as can Bree helped with the formatting of the question. All right, it says, I guess what he's asking is how do you get low income customers